Hello, and welcome back to Something Starts Ringing Tarot. My name is Ryan, and this is part 4 of a series that I'm calling 56 Faves. In the other 3 parts, I went through the 3 other suits of the tarot deck, of the minor arcana of the tarot deck, and chose my favorite cards. So in this part 4, I'm going through the Swords suit. I encourage you to watch the other 3 parts, and specifically part 1 that will definitely be linked in the description. I'll also have a playlist of all the parts as well as the 22 faves that I originally did for the major arcana on my account or on my profile. So check those out, and specifically check out part 1 where I explain kind of how I created this tag, or not really created, but took inspiration from the 22 faves and how I chose the decks and chose the cards that I did. So without further ado, I'm going to get into part 4 of the 56 faves, and that is the Suit of Swords. So my favorite Ace of Swords is from the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. This is kind of an unexpected choice. Obviously, a lot of Ace of Swords have a sword on them. Most of them are facing up, maybe piercing a crown or going through a crown of some sort. But this just has the energy of that traditional artwork without that main sword, I guess. In the Ace of Swords, I always read it as kind of upsetting the system, new thoughts, new rulers, new energy, just upsetting the traditional or in place government of some sort. So this person may, on this card, I view as like the new leader. Maybe his father was the king or something like that. And this person is now the new energy taking control in this throne or this powerful building, whatever this is, whether it be government or school or something. This person has new energy. They're bringing new thoughts, new ideas into the realm of the world, I guess. And then in the background, they have the clouds, which is kind of reminiscent of the Ace of Swords in the traditional artwork. So even though it's not a blustery, it's not a clear day, it's a kind of upsetting the system. The energy is not chaotic, but ready to be changed in a different way. So I really like this representation. My favorite Two of Swords is from the This Might Hurt tarot deck. This one specifically calls to me because I see this person's jacket. I see it as kind of like a varsity jacket or some sort of representation that they are part of a club or part of a gang or part of some group that they have gotten into. I view this card as almost like the final test or final decision of they've practiced, they've been accepted by everybody in that group, and they are trained with the knives, but they have to perform one more thing or make a final decision that is all based on their mind. It's not what they see. Clearly they have the blindfold. It's not their heart, which they're crossing over. It's just with their mind. They have to make this decision or make this choice and kind of use what they've learned throughout their life to make a logical decision to get into this group of some sort. That's just how I see this card. Three of Swords. Obviously this one in a lot of decks is shown with the 3 swords through the heart, which is great. That's the traditional artwork. But the Light Seers Tarot does it in a slightly different way and just expresses that anguish, that anxiety, that pain, that sadness, that conflict in your mind of the swords, that air energy just stabbed or sliced through the heart in this case. I really like the person's expression and the dark, blowing, almost stormy day of this card. And then I really like how the tattoo has the 3 crossed swords, just like on the original artwork. So if you need that in the card, it's there to look at. So that's my favorite 3 of Swords. My favorite 4 of Swords is from the Shadowland Tarot. This person has clearly been resting a very long time. They are a skeleton, and they are just taken that break of the Four of Swords. They have gone through trials and tribulations. They are needing to rest their mind. And in the shadow aspect, which this deck leans towards, this person is kind of taking advantage of that. And they are totally kind of wasting away in their lazy thoughts or their restful thoughts. Yeah, so that's my favorite Four of Swords. It's a different interpretation, but it really spoke to me. Five of Swords, I chose from the Tarot of Oneness. Obviously, this is a different representation than the traditional artwork, but it is really profound in my opinion. This trophy is standing in the middle of this barren, barren land. So you, in this case, have won or accomplished something or won the battle or finished something, and you're celebrating with your trophy, or you've been awarded the trophy, but there's nothing else around. So it's almost like, what's the point? Or why does it matter that you won if you're not considering everything else around you? So it's a really powerful image of the Five of Swords. All right, my favorite Six of Swords is from the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. This leans towards the traditional artwork, obviously. It has the boat and the people going across the lake to the more ideal place. They are making this journey. They are journeying away from, in this case, they have kind of an overgrown island or overgrown land here, and they're going to like the perfectly landscaped island across the lake. Just the beautiful scenery in this is so great to me. And what makes this card even more special is kind of this person looking back. It's almost like they have regrets. Their thoughts are kind of keeping them in the past. And they're kind of taking those thoughts with them as they're going on in their journey. So they've learned something, but they kind of regret things, whether that's leaving on this new journey, or they regret what they've done in their past, or however you want to read this, or what other cards it's with kind of can tell you what that means. But this Six of Swords, has a lot of that moving on with your thoughts, and just is a beautiful card in general. All right, the Seven of Swords. This one comes up a lot for me, which I'm not sure what that says, but my favorite Seven of Swords is also from the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. This obviously is kind of the, oh, excuse me, I got something in my eye. This is the kind of thievery or sneaky or manipulation card. A lot of decks have somebody stealing swords or kind of a theft of some sort. But what I like about this card that really made it my favorite in this case is the intention of this person. They have stepped away from their camp. They are watching these people come by, and they're actively trying, in my eyes, they are trying to get the attention of these passersby, or however you say that. That intentional getting caught, quote unquote, getting caught aspect of this card really makes me think and ponder about the meaning of the Seven of Swords. In the original artwork, it looks like they're escaping from some sort of circus, or they have stolen from some sort of circus or performing area, but there's people in the background that might catch them. In this one, this person is almost trying to get caught, or is almost like, in a way, manipulating in a performative manner, if that makes any sense. So I could go on and on about this card. I've really taken time to deep dive into this card myself because, like I said, it keeps coming up for me, whatever that says about me. But just the performative action of this person on the Seven of Swords, which is normally about trying to get away with something, this person is kind of trying intentionally to manipulate. And that's almost like another mind game on top of just like stealing something. So I really like that Seven of Swords. This is getting pretty deep because it's the swords, but we'll get through it, I promise. We're almost there. All right, so this is the Eight of Swords. My favorite Eight of Swords I chose from the Spectral World Tarot. This one I chose because the rest of the deck is super, super colorful. This one is a little bit too. But this is one of the only cards in the entire deck that has black and white as part of the image. And this is the prominent part of the image, is that black and white spiral. And the Eight of Swords always speaks to that trapped in your own thoughts, trapped in that like twilight zone of kind of depression or anxiety or negative thoughts about yourself, and kind of feeling that trapped, that sucked into the black hole kind of energy. But in the Eight of Swords, it's all in your mind. You're hypnotized by something, but you need to break free of that and kind of get out of those negative thoughts and move on with your life, even though it's difficult. So I like how strong these swords are around this in the rainbow galaxy, but then this black and white kind of prominent image on this normally colorful deck really stood out to me. All right, the Nine of Swords, the Nightmare card. This is my favorite card, is from the Tarot of Oneness. This one surprised me because there are a lot of really good Nine of Swords and really deep, impactful interpretations of the Nine of Swords. But this one is just clearly you are the person laying in the bed and you're seeing all of these mysterious figures or monsters or thoughts or nightmares. And clearly it's a worrying situation. It's dark, it's cold, there's nowhere to escape those thoughts. And this just is that perfect portrayal of the nightmare in your bed. All right, the Ten of Swords. This is a difficult card, no matter what you read it as, I guess. So this is from the Art of Adventure Tarot. So I kind of picked a more fun, silly, over-the-top version of the Ten of Swords. A lot of them, obviously this one is pretty serious too. This guy is cut into a bunch of pieces and stabbed 10 times. But the Ten of Swords to me is always that over-the-top finality. You're done with something, absolutely done. It's almost like the overkill card, I kind of call it. So this person has not only been stabbed by 10 swords, which is pretty traditional in the Rider-Waite-Smith artwork, but they have been cut into, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. And then each piece, except for the feet, have been stabbed with the swords. So that is like way overkill when you're finishing something. So this is just kind of a more cartoony version of the serious Ten of Swords, which I think is why I really liked it, and it's more approachable, but it has that over-the-top, overkill, final thoughts energy. And then of course, just like the original, it has the sunrise in the background, or sunset, depending on how you read it, of potential for better on the horizon. So this is the completed thoughts, completed journey. You are done with whatever you've been thinking about, and it's time to move on, because that's what the cycle does, is restart or move on to something else. All right, we're getting pretty deep. This is a lot. Okay, and this is the 4th video I filmed in a row, so whew. All right, 4 more cards to go. We got this. All right, Page of Swords. My favorite Page of Swords is from the 5th Spirit Tarot. I really like how this person is studying. They are clearly using their mind and trying to comprehend something new. They are just walking forward, learning new lessons in life. They are illuminated from this side of the card based on their shadow. So they're kind of going into something new, something bright, something exciting. They are learning what they need to and kind of trying something new. Also in the Page of Swords, something that's really important to me is that there is a intention of wind and going, kind of letting the wind do what they want, doing what it wants to the person or character in the card. So in this case, the air is blowing this person's hair, and just, they are letting it. They're not trying to tie it down. They're not trying to cover it up with their hat. I mean, they have a hat on, but it's not covering all their hair. So just letting that air energy flow through them, accepting it, trying something new. Just a great, simple, but great representation of the Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords I chose from the This Might Hurt Tarot. This person is prepared, being the knight, and jumping into battle with their thoughts and with their ideas. They are ready to express themselves. They are ready to make a change. They are doing something different than a lot of people. They may have different opinions or different ideas, and they are communicating those fervently and almost aggressively. And then I really like how the person is going opposite of the wind in this card. So again, the air energy is flowing and they are going opposite of that air energy. All right, you might see a pattern here, but this is from the This Might Hurt as well, the Queen of Swords. My favorite Queen of Swords is from the This Might Hurt tarot deck. This person is clearly, I see the Queen of Swords as kind of welcoming you into having a conversation. They want to share their thoughts with you, but they know how to use their mind. They know how to control your mind in some cases. They are ready to get their way. They are in control of thoughts, like I just said. Even within the stormy atmosphere that they're kind of part of, they know how to be stable. They know how to have clear thoughts, logical thoughts, and they will not change their opinion, kind of thing. This person reaches out to welcome you in and then has the knife to kind of teach you that lesson. You better know what you're talking about and be able to back it up with the Queen of Swords. And lastly, also from the This Might Hurt tarot deck, I know I said I chose a lot of court cards, and 3 in a row. The King of Swords that I chose is from the This Might Hurt tarot deck. This is such a powerful image to me of this person in a wheelchair with their sword and their falcon. They know that they can use their mind, even though in this case their body might not be able to be as energetic and active, but their mind is sharp. They know what they are thinking. They have lived experience. They have learned all the lessons of the swords, which is, in my opinion, one of the more difficult suits to go through in the story of the swords. And they are confident in themselves. They have the experience. They have the wisdom. They have the knowledge to go forward in life. And just like on the 9 of Pentacles, they have control over this animal. They have taught it lessons. They will use that to communicate their ideas and their thoughts to their world. And they are ready to teach those lessons to anyone willing to learn. So that's my favorite King of Swords. Thank you so much for watching. This was a long process for me, so I really hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed looking through all of my decks and choosing my favorite cards. It was pretty difficult to stick to one card for every minor arcana, but I did it. I chose one. These opinions might change in the future. They definitely will change in the future as I get more decks or change kind of how I'm feeling about whatever. So thank you again for watching. Again, if you liked this series or you like the content on my channel, I really appreciate if you like the videos and if you subscribe to my channel. Also, feel free to leave comments on any of these videos if you liked the cards that I chose or have different favorites of your own. If you want to do this hashtag as well, again, the hashtag is 56faves, which is in the title of all these videos. And I will also have a playlist if you want to go back and watch the other 3 parts of this 56 hashtag. And I encourage you to watch the 22 faves video as well, where I did the minor arcana, or major arcana. I keep getting that messed up. All right, thank you again for watching. And with that, this is what I'm talking about. This is life. You manage to be happy for 5 seconds, and something starts ringing.